Hey, good Wednesday morning, my winners. This is John with BCCS Sports here on Break the Board, your daily show for all your sports betting needs. Last night, 1 and 2, we had the Texas Rangers that came through for us. The Royals lost again, 7-4 to the Reds. Then we had the money line parlay with the Rays and the Mariners. Tried to ride the Mariners a third straight day, but did not work out. So we go 1 and 2.
Not very good, but there was some worse than us. I guess that's one positive way to look at it.
Yeah, maybe, Coach. Hey, so a couple housekeeping things. Again, like to thank our sponsors, the Believe Network, for all they do. And also Bet Online is your number one source for all your championship stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds and lines and the latest matchup reports for the MLB season. Boxing, Bet Online is your sports intel headquarters this season. We have you covered for all your inside sports wagering needs, from MLB to UFC to boxing to NFL futures. The fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games, available right from the comfort of your own home. Get into the action today. Head over to the website or use your mobile device to join, and be sure to use our promo code BELIEVE. That's capital BLEAV. To receive your 50% bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. And so, again, big parade happening today for the Denver Nuggets on Thursday, yes. Nikola Jokic, after that parade, he'll be able to go home, so he'll be a very, very happy man. All the festivities will be done. But, I think you got to start looking at Nikola Jokic. If he can win another, right? If he can get one more, now I think he really is in that class with the Elijah ones, right? I mean, I saw some comparisons on TV to Jabbar and Shaq, and I don't think he's there by no means. And Akeem was a great one, but I think if he could get another one, go back to back, right? Because these flash in the pans happen all the time, these one-year wonders. Now, I think Denver's much set up better to take a long run. I absolutely think that. But they have to prove it on the court. So we'll see how that goes, how that manifests itself. Vegas, their parade is going to be on the Strip. Wish I was out there for that one. That is going to be one heck of a scene as far as that goes. But baseball, big card today, starting at 1:05 Eastern time. The Toronto Blue Jays 9:07 will visit the Baltimore Orioles 9:08. Kikuchi will go for Toronto, the Southpaw, 6-2 with a 4.34 ERA, 1.34 WHIP. He's averaging about 5 innings flat per outing. Tyler Wells, who has been just absolutely phenomenal for the Baltimore Orioles, 5-2, 3.24 ERA. Folks, the man's got a .85 WHIP. Just incredible. 5 2/3 innings pitched. Your over-under is set at 9. The under juiced to -120. The Blue Jays 1-4 the last meetings, but 18-8 the last 26 times these teams have hooked up in Baltimore. Over their last 3, Kikuchi is the Blue Jays are 2-1 when he throws, 1.2 WHIP, 3.60 ERA. So he hasn't been no slouch. Remember, he beat us when we had Texas a couple weeks back. And then Tyler Wells, like I said, the O's are 2-1. 0.89 WHIP, 2.50 ERA. It's just been absolutely lights out. The Toronto has lost 3 of Kikuchi's last 5 starts. And against the Baltimore Orioles, he has lost 5 in a row and is only 1-5 against them lifetime. Tyler Wells, 1-1 versus Toronto last year, but he gave up exactly 1 run in each one of those contests. So when I look at that, I say, okay, I got a guy lights out. And like I said, Kikuchi's no slouch. But on this one, I'm going to have to ride 100% with the Baltimore Orioles laying $1.25 in this one. Comeback plus 110 on the Blue Jays, but my lean is definitely Baltimore. Tampa Bay Rays, they finally sneak out a win yesterday against the Oakland Athletics, but it was very hard fought. Today, 9:09, Tampa Bay will play 9:10, Oakland, 3:37 Eastern time. Taj Bradley will get the call for The Tampa Bay Rays 4-3 with a 4.19 ERA, averaging 4 2/3. Paul Blackburn 3.60 ERA, averaging about 5 innings per. Will get the call for the A's. Rays laying $2, comeback plus 170 on the A's. I'm not going to have anything to do with this game, but if I did, I would actually lean Oakland. Even though they lost last night and snapped that 6-game winning streak they had, they were very competitive. Blackburn's pitched well. I would lean Oakland. Again, I've been saying this for weeks. Tampa Bay is going to start to come back to earth, okay? They're not that good. They're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it. They're good, but they're not the best team in Major League Baseball. They feasted. Go back and look at their schedule. The Reds, the Tigers, the Royals, the A's. They played all these weak teams at the beginning. Chicago. They're not as good as what their record says. I think they'll pull back. I really think that division's going to come down to Baltimore and New York. I still think Tampa Bay will get in. But I really like Baltimore to finally break through and win that. Also today, 3:40 Eastern time, you got 9:01 the Philadelphia Phillies facing 9:02 the Arizona Diamondbacks. Phillies laying $1.25, comeback plus 110. The Phillies will send Aaron Nola to the hill. He's been an absolute roller coaster. 5-5 with a 4.6 ERA versus Ryan Nelson, 3-3 with a 4.95, 1.46 whip. Your over-under in this one is set at 9, juice minus 115 to the under. I apologize. The over 7-2 the last 7-2-1 the last 10 meetings. Phillies 3-8 the last 11 in Arizona. Phillies 14th ranked offense, Arizona 5th ranked offense in Major League Baseball. Over their last 3 starts, Nola, when he throws, the Phillies are 1-2, 1.03 whip, 4.66 ERA. Ryan Nelson, almost a mirror image, except it's flip-flopped. The Diamondbacks are 2-1 when he throws, averaging 5 innings pitched, 4.70 ERA. Lifetime, Nola against the D-backs when he throws, 2-2. The last outing coming August 30th of last year, where he got tagged for 8 runs. In Nelson's last 6 starts, when he pitches Arizona, is 5-1. He already faced Philly one time this year. That was his only outing against him, May 23rd, where he went 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run is all he allowed. My lean today would definitely be towards the dog here in this one, with the Arizona Diamondbacks at plus 110 would be my lean. So I got a lean on the O's and a lean on the Arizona D-backs. Next on the slate, 9-1-1 Detroit Tigers at 9-1-2 Minnesota Twins. This one goes off at 7:10 Eastern time. Twins been playing really good baseball here. Boyd, the southpaw, get the call for Detroit. 3-5 with a 5.86 ERA. Gray, 4-1 with a 2.13, 1.24 whip. Twinkies laying 215, comeback 180 on the Tigers. Your over-under is set at 8, juice to minus 123 to the under. Line is too high for me to get involved in this one. So this is going to be a stay away for me. But I will say, when you look at this, the over 4-0 in the Tigers' last 4 games overall. The Twins, though, 0-4 in Gray's last 4 starts versus a team with a losing record. So even though he pitches well, the Twins don't always translate that to dubs. Tigers 16-35 the last 51 meetings that these teams have hooked up in Minnesota. Detroit 30th ranked offense in baseball, just abysmal. Twins a little better, but not a lot. They come in 21st ranked. In their last 3 starts, Matthew Boyd, the Tigers are 0-3 when he goes. The Twins are 2-1 when Gray goes. Boyd, a 6.19 ERA, a 3.06 ERA for Sonny Gray. Again, no lean in this one. I don't like messing with those high lines very much. Next game on the docket here, 9:03, the Colorado Rockies will hook up with 9:04, the Atlanta Braves. The Braves really struggled Got the win yesterday against the Tigers, but that was more of a struggle of a series than I thought it was going to be for Atlanta. They just did not play well. Not as well as you thought they would have played. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, Colorado 29-41, Atlanta 42-26. Colorado 13-22 on the road, 20-15 are the Bravos at home. Kyle Freeland will get the call, 4-7 with a 3.91 ERA, 1.26 WHIP. And here comes Smith Sawyer making his major league debut for the Atlanta Braves. And a guy in his debut is laying 250, comeback plus 205 with the Rockies. Look, I can't see myself playing this game, but, the Colorado Rockies would have to be the play here. I do realize they're 1-6 the last 7 times they've hooked up. However, the Rockies 11-3 the last 14 in Atlanta. And I got a guy making his first ever major league start laying $2.50. No, thank you. I'll take the plus 205 with the Rockies, and I'll take my chances. Your over-under set at 9, even money on the over, juiced minus 122 to the under. Next game on the board is 9:05. This one goes off 8:05 Eastern Time. 9:05 Pittsburgh Pirates will play 9:06 the Chicago Cubs. Johan Avedo will get the call for the Pirates. Marcus Stroman will get the call for the Cubs. Now, last night, the Cubs roared back and won that game last night against Pittsburgh. And the Cubs are a sneaky team. They got a lot of talent. They're just too much of a roller coaster. A lot of ups and downs with them. If they can ever get it right and settle in, I think the Cubs could be a little dangerous. Avedo, 3-5 with a 4.16, 1.43 WHIP, averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched. Marcus Stroman, 7-4 with a 2.42 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, averaging 6 innings per. He's been absolutely phenomenal. The under 3-0-1 in Avedo's last 4 starts, and it's 4-0-1 in his last 5 starts versus the National League Central. The under 4-0 in Stroman's last 4 starts overall. Pirates 1-7 the last 8 meetings, but more importantly, 18-44 the last 62 in Chicago. They just have not played well there at Wrigley whatsoever. In their last 3, Stroman 0.88 WHIP, 0.83 ERA, but Ovedo's been very good also. 1.13 WHIP, 2.55 ERA. This to me, with the pitchers and interdivision, I think this is a coin flip game. But there's no way I'm taking the Pirates and stepping in front of Stroman. Not with a guy that's got a sub-1 ERA. Absolutely not. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go out there and lay the price with the Cubs either. I can't get down laying $1.65 with the Cubs, plus 140 on the comeback with the Pirates. Next game on the docket, 8:05 Eastern Time on this one as well. You'll have your Los Angeles Angels 9-1-3 playing 9-1-4 the Texas Rangers. This one's going to be a heck of a pitching matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Shohei Ohtani will face Nathan Eovaldi in this one. Ohtani 5-2 with a 3.43 ERA, 1.05 WHIP. Eovaldi 9-2 with a 2.49 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, 6 2/3 average innings pitched for him. Your over-under is set at 8, Judas minus 115 to the over. The over 3-0-1, the Angels' last 4 overall. The over is 4-0 in Ohtani's last 4 road starts. And the over is 5-0-1 in the Rangers' last 6 overall. With that being said, with these pitchers, it's really hard to bet an over. Over 4-0-1 the last 5 meetings between the two. The over is 11-2-3 the last 16 in Texas. Angels 6-3 over the last 9 meetings. Gino Urshela, the third baseman, he's questionable with his back injury. Angels 8th ranked offense. Texas still hanging with the number 1 ranked offense. But I think what's more impressive with the Rangers is that 6th ranked defense that they bring into Major League Baseball. Their pitching and their defense is just, they have definitely surprised everybody, me as well. Over the last 3, when Ohtani goes, the Angels are 1-2. He's got a 1.59 whip, 4.76 ERA. He hasn't been the same Shea Hay as we've been used to seeing. He's gotten tagged a little bit, has had some trouble finding the zone as of late. Evaldi, the Rangers are 3-0 when he goes, 1.04 whip, a 2.08 ERA in this one. Again, Ohtani, over his last 6 starts, 500 record after winning 4 in a row to start the year. The Angels are 3-3 in his last 6. Against the Rangers, he has lost his last 3 outings, all of them coming last year. He gave up 2 runs, 6 runs. And then Evaldi, out of his last 8 starts, he's won 7 for Texas, and 8 of the last 10 he's thrown. Texas has won when he pitches. Against the Angels, in his last 6 starts, they've won 4 of those. Look, I know it's hard to beat here when you say, okay, I can get Ohtani at plus $1.22 and Evaldi's laying $1.43. I'm not going to lay it with Evaldi. I think that's a little pricey. I was thinking more $1.25, $1.30 at max with this pitching matchup. So this, again, because of the great pitchers, just going to be a stay away. I don't want to step in front of either one of these guys, but I couldn't argue with you whichever way you go, though I think Evaldi has definitely been better as of late. But look, Ohtani can turn it on at any point in time he wants to, because straight up,
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yeah, we know Ohtani's a man, for real. All right, next on the docket, 8:10 Eastern Time, the Washington Nationals, 9-1-5 in the rotation versus 9-1-6, the Houston Astros. Astros got the win last night. Right now, Astros laying 215, comeback plus 185 on the Nats. Over under set at 8, juiced minus 115 to the over. Mackenzie Gore, 3-5 with a 4.04 ERA. Look, I know that ERA is a little high, but Mackenzie Gore's really pitched well. I think he has a really bright future for the Nats. Came over in that trade for Soto from the Padres. Christian Javier, 7-1 with a 3.13 ERA. Look, I'm not going to step in front of Javier at 7-1, but I'm not going to lay 215 with him either. I'm not running out to do that. But I will say, if you had to make a play here, maybe a little money line parlay, Twinkies, Astros, that would probably be the way to go on that one if I had to play the game on that. Next in your rotation, 9-1-7, the Cleveland Guardians will face 9-1-8, the San Diego Padres. Guardians will send Logan Allen, the southpaw, another southpaw for the Padres, Ryan Weathers. Padres laying $1.45, comeback plus 125 for the Guardians in this one. Allen 3-2 with a 3.31 ERA. Weathers 1-4 with a 4.93 ERA. Yesterday, the Padres won this one 5-0. They're looking for the sweep here on the Indians in the series. Your over-under sets at 8.5. Juice minus 115 to the under. The under is 4-0 in Allen's last 4 road starts. The Guardians are 0-5 in their last 6, or 0-5 in their last 5 interleague games versus a right-handed starter. The under is also 5-0 in Darvish's last 5 home starts. And in this matchup, the under 6-1 the last 7 meetings in San Diego. Everything pointing to an under here. The problem with the Guardians, 28th ranked offense, but look, Padres aren't much better at 23rd, but the Padres do have the 4th best defense. Their pitching's gotten a little better, especially in the bullpen, but their defense has been really, really solid. Over their last 3 starts, when Logan Allen pitches for the Guardians, they're 3-0, 1.32 whip, 3.32 ERA. Ryan Weathers, when he goes, the Padres are 2-1, 2.42 whip, 8.31 ERA. I actually lean the Guardians here to avoid the sweep today. I got the better pitcher at plus money, looking to avoid a sweep in a series where every time these two teams hook up, the Padres have absolutely owned them. I'll take my chances with the Guardians. Your last play today, 9-1-9. This will go off 10:10 Eastern Time. 919, the Chicago White Sox on the south side will visit the Dodgers. 920. Now, yesterday, the White Sox were able to get the win 8-4, jumped out early. Dodgers tried to make a comeback, and then the White Sox just exploded in that one. Michael Grove will get the call for the Dodgers. They'll be laying $1.53, comeback plus 130 with Cease and the White Sox. You're over under 8.5, juice minus 120 to the over. Cease 3-3 with a 4.38 ERA. You guys know I like Cease. He works quick. White Sox scored some runs yesterday, so I'm actually going to lean the dog here. Grove 0-2, 8.28 ERA, 1.6 WHIP. Just not interested in him. I don't think he's very good. Now the White Sox are 2-7 the last 9 meetings and 2-5 the last 7 in LA. But I like the way the bats woke up. Muncy, he's probably not going to play today with that hamstring. So the White Sox, again, we know they struggle to score. 24th ranked offense in baseball. I do understand the Dodgers have the 3rd ranked offense. The Dodgers lineup, it speaks for itself. But if you take Muncy out, that's one less weapon. Yes, I know JD Martinez, Freddie Freeman, Taylor. It's not like they're for Will Smith. They're not for a lack of bats. Mookie Betts, I mean, geez, it's like an all-star lineup. But I do think the White Sox have the far better pitcher. The White Sox bats came alive yesterday. I think they can keep it rolling hot. That would be my lean on them. In the last 3 starts, Cease 3.52 ERA, Grove 4.61. So just to recap real quick down through the card here, Baltimore Orioles, that would be a lean. Oakland A's, Rays, if I had to play the game, the A's would be my lean. Phillies, D-backs, if I had to bet it right now, D-backs would be the lean. Twins, Tigers, I would put the Twins in a money line parlay with the Astros. Rockies, Braves, I would take the dog with the Rockies. Cubs, Pirates, no opinion. I think that's a coin flip. Angels, Rangers, those 2 pitchers, I think it's a coin flip. Astros, I already said I'd put them in the money line parlay with the Twinkies. Guardians, Padres, my lean is Guardians there. White Sox, Dodgers, White Sox are my lean there. So some good dogs. I feel like there's some good value on the card today. Again, we'll see how these lines move. It's very early in the morning here, a little later than usual actually that I record. But when this comes out, email me, john@bccsports.com. Would love to have you on board for the back half of baseball, doing something really special now during the baseball season that'll actually carry over into football. It hasn't been a great baseball season so far. 13 years in a row of 150 games over 500. Last year we had 288. Going to be very, very hard to get to the 150 right now. Just because the NHL and NBA playoffs did not treat us very well at all. And then in baseball, we've lost 19 games now, having the league going into the 9th inning. We've lost 19 games. That's good. That's 38 game swing, but more importantly, it's over 48 unit swing. So still have a winning record in baseball, but it's got a long, long way to go. We need to finish summer out hot. And then football and college basketball is going to have to be absolutely phenomenal to get to that 150. But hey, there's still time. It's a young season for the calendar year. We're only 2.5 months in. So you know what? It just means I got to catch fire the rest of the year, which I think I'll do. So email me, john@bccsports.com. You can follow us on Twitter @bccsports.com. If you go check out our YouTube, this is up daily. Please hit the subscribe and give us a like. We would definitely appreciate that. Again, like to thank our sponsor, Bet Online. Bet Online is your number one source for all your MLB, boxing, and UFC getting ready for the NFL season. Get the latest odds and lines and the latest matchup reports for this year's MLB season. Bet Online is your sports headquarters this season. We have you covered for all your inside sports wagering needs. The fastest and easiest way to get your betting info including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your own home. Get into the action today. Head over to the website and use our mobile device to join, and be sure to use our promo code BELIEVE. That's capital BLEAV to receive your 50% bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts. Also, tomorrow, you'll have kind of a merge of the two shows. I'll be riding solo. So Busted Chops, Calling Shots, and Break the Board will merge together. It'll be about an hour and a half show. You guys will have to put up with me. Not only will we go through the card, we're going to go through some NFL futures. I'm going to give you my opinion on some of the things going on in the NFL. We're also going to talk some trade rumors. NBA, where does that fit in? Where does that go? Please always feel free to email questions in, or especially live questions there on the YouTube. Would definitely appreciate that. All right. Hey, remember, God gave you a great day. Go out and do something great with it. Life is like a round of golf. All right. You only get to play one round, so you better smell the roses while you go along. Bad stuff's going to happen all day long. You got to push that out of your mind. Okay. It's just like in sports betting. You got to push the negativity out. If you don't, what you think is what you become. What you think will happen. So you got to keep positive thoughts. You got to be uber positive. Life's too short to go around mad and pissed off at the world all the time. Okay. Guess what? There's somebody that's got it worse than you. All you got to do is drive down the street. You'll see a homeless person, or some house that's a shack, or some kid that like doesn't have nice clothes or doesn't even have shoes on his feet. There's always somebody worse than you. So don't cry. Don't whine. Life's tough. Life sucks. Life isn't fair. But keep pushing through, because God woke you up, so that means he's not through with you. All right, go have a great day, and I love you, my winners.